Hey everybody, hopefully you guys are having a good day today. Genshin came out with some more information about the 2.4 patch, so I wanted to go ahead and discuss my thoughts about it and let you guys know what's coming up so that way you guys can make plans on what you want to do. So, right here, they talk about the amount of like wishes and extra wishes we're going to get. So if you take a look at this thing right here, like on February 9th, we're basically getting 3 extra free wishes on top of like some talent materials. So they're giving us a lot of wishes for this event. Like if you guys are familiar with the anniversary, this is even better than that. And that was the 1-year anniversary. So I don't know if Genshin decided just to be a lot nicer or what, but yeah, like for this lantern, right, they're just giving us a lot of stuff. Because if you take a look over here, on top of those 3 wishes, we also get another 10 wishes when this starts up. So that's 13 wishes. And then I also heard things about like Inazuma has like this tree, but it's basically been locked to where you get wishes off of that, but now you'll be able to unlock it fully. So if you go around and get all the Electroculus things, you can get all the wishes from that tree. So I mean, 10 wishes, 3 wishes. I think there's probably at least maybe like 5 wishes in that tree. So, you know, that's like 18 wishes, not to mention the battle pass and a bunch of other stuff. And here we go is the characters. Like if you remember in the 2.4 live stream, they talked about that. You got the Ningguang new costume. They're showing that off. Now here's the 4 characters. So I'm just going to kind of go into a little bit more detail. Got Xioa. I think that's probably a really big pickup, but they released the banners too, so now you might want to reconsider or wait until you can row on an upcoming banner, but I'll show that here shortly. Changyun, not really worth. Beidou, if you can get C2, that's really good. That's where most of her power unlocks if you can get C2. Zhangling, if you can get C4, that's really good. So, you know, maybe getting an extra constellation there won't be terrible. Ningguang, generally if it's C6, it's alright, but I mean, she's Geo, and you can probably get better DPS units. Xinyan's really bad. Yanfei, there's better units. And Eugene's just the new unit. So, I mean, if you just kind of want that new unit on your account, sure, but until she comes out and you see what she can do, it's hard to tell how good she's going to be. Now, we scroll down here, they released what's going to be on the upcoming banner. Now if you remember, there's going to be the Shene banner and the Xiao banner. That's going to be the first 2 banners coming up, and they're doing what they did before to where they have the same 4-star units on the banner. Let me scroll down and see if I can find the Xiao. So yeah, there's the Xiao, as you see, same 4-star units. Now Xiao, like I said, a lot of times he has like energy recharge issues, so what you generally need to do is kind of like have like an animal unit to like give him extra energy, because like when they cast their elemental skill, you can switch over to Xiao and get those energy particles. So if you do have a June on your account, which I do have on my alt account, you know, that would probably pair up with Xiao. A lot of people will generally use Sucrose because most people get a Sucrose pretty easily, but then, you know, you have the whole, well, now I gotta find a healer and stuff like that. But the way Xiao kind of plays, he's like, they call a selfish unit. Like once a Xiao's on the field, he's staying on the field. So most of your other units don't really matter because he's the guy who's just gonna bring all the damage. So most of your other units are just kind of there to maybe buff him slightly. So it doesn't really matter that much. But again, you have to have enough energy recharge, you have to have enough crit rate, crit damage, so that way he can really do what he can do. Ideally, you would like to give him, you know, a 5-star weapon, so that way he's bringing the damage. So that's why I'm just like, I don't really think Xiao's that great. Plus, if we look at the 4-star units, you know, Changyun, very bad. Like, he's probably like your worst cryo unit. Ningguang, if you can get C6, okay, but I mean, there's better units. And Eugene is new, we don't know what she can do, so unless you really want Xiao, I'm not sure if that's worth. And this is kind of the same with Shene, because, you know, I already talked about the 4-star units, but mainly what she does is increases cryo characters. So if you got Ganyu, Ayaka, you know, Kaya, maybe Rosaria, she might be really good, but until you really know what she does, I'm not sure if you want to roll on this unit either, because the 4-stars are pretty bad, and unless you really want her for your account, you're not going to really get that much help for your account. Now, what really makes this interesting, they released the banners for Ganyu and Zhongli. So, for Ganyu, we got Zenqi, we got Beidou, and we got Yanfei. Now, Yanfei, it's not that great. She's okay, but you got Beidou over here, so you can probably get three copies of her, so you can get C2. You got Zenqi, so if you can get a lot of Zenqi, then you can somehow get a C6 Zenqi. That's really good, on top of trying to get your Ganyu, because ideally if you can try to get a C1 Ganyu, that'd be really good. So I might go for that and just try to get a C1 on my new account. I'm also thinking about trying to get a C1 on my main account, but I'm still debating that. But Ganyu, like I said, it's really good. I talked about it in the last video about how great she is, so I'm not going to go into all that again. And then, you know, of course, Zhongli, same characters, very good. A lot of people are just like, yeah, you definitely want to get him, but yes, he has a shield that increases your damage, but just having a very strong DPS unit can pretty much beat that out. And unless you like really level up that shield, sometimes it's not strong enough to handle most attacks. So that's why I said you probably want to get a C2, maybe C3. I'm considering maybe trying to get a roll on a Zhongli and maybe just get C3 because I already have C2 on my main account. But it's hard to say. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't think Zhongli's worth it with characters coming out and all throughout the time. Now that Genshin's doing this like reroll system to where we're getting like 2 old characters rerunning, you could probably just wait 6 months, see how your account is, and then probably get Zhongli again. I think that's probably the better choice than just being like, hey, yeah, let me get Zhongli. So I would probably hold off, guys. Now the weapon banner, this is what we kind of call a trap. These actually aren't too bad. Like, you got the Primordial Jade Spear, which is an okay weapon, but pretty good for Zhao. A lot of other spears kind of beat it. Like, you got the Staff of Homo, which is really good. You got the Calamity Queller. Now, that one's actually a pretty good spear, so I'm going to go ahead and just go down and kind of show you what it does. So, this is what this spear does. It has 741 base attack. Now, that's kind of Genshin's thing. A lot of times when new weapons come out, they just outclass all the previous weapons. Like 741 base attack, I think that's the highest attack on any weapon so far. Pretty much like its special ability is you gain 12% elemental damage on it. So like all of the elemental skills. So this would actually be pretty good for Zhao too, because he would get that 12% elemental damage for his amino attacks. And you get like 3.2% attack per second. I think you can get 6 stacks, so that's 19.2% attack. You got the 12% elemental damage. So yeah, this is a really strong weapon, like almost on any spare character. So that wouldn't be bad. Let's go back and look at the weapon banner. The 4-star weapons are not very good. I think that's the Lithic Spear, yeah, right there. And I want to say that might be Sacrificial Fragments, and that may be the Favonius Warbow, which is actually decent, so I may try to roll on that one because I kind of use some Favonius Warbows, but it's still not very good. Like, we got the Flute, that's a really weak weapon. Lithic Spears, not that great. Sacrificial Fragments is okay, but you know, we can kind of use that for Sucrose. Favonius Sword's bad. Favonius Bow is okay. I would just kind of say that this weapon banner is not the greatest unless you really want these 5-star weapons. Again, I would probably just shoot for the spear, but if you saw my Ito rows, you saw where I tried to get his main weapon, and it forced me to go all the way till the very end where I lost the 50-50 twice. So that was hurtful. So be careful. And then for the last weapon banner, we got the Amos bow and the Vortex Vanquisher. Now the Vortex Vanquisher is just terrible. It's not a very good spear. It's like the worst spear in the game. It's something that you have to have a shield on for it to actually do what it can do. The Amos bow, Ganyu's best weapon, so if you're going to do the charge attack thing, she wants that. So if Ganyu's your main character, you might want to try to pick this up, and I think that's kind of why they put it with like the worst weapon there, because they're like, hey, if you roll on that weapon banner, yeah, you might get something you don't like, and they like doing that sometimes. They got the sacrificial for the 4-star weapons. They got the sacrificial bow, that's pretty good. You want that for Diona, and a lot of other characters can kind of use it. We have the I think it's the Favonius sword, which is pretty good. It's like an energy recharge sword, so that's not bad. We got Dragon's Bane, which that's pretty decent if you kind of do like a elemental mastery build with Zhongli, but again, you could just use the catch. We got Widsif, which is also not a bad catalyst weapon, and then you got the Lithic Blade, which is pretty bad. So this is actually not a terrible 4 stars for the weapons. They're okay, not great, but okay. And that will pretty much do it for what's coming up in 2.4. So I just want to like come out with a little quick video to let you guys know what to look forward to, and that way you guys can plan and prepare and get ready. So like I said, now's the time to probably play. I mean, Ganyu's coming back. Also have some good 4-star characters on that banner. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Hey guys, I was in the middle of making a video, and then I just saw that they now announced that Yae Miko's coming out. So it looks like she's going to be an Electro character. I believe this is coming out in 2.5. A lot of people were, before like 2.4 was announced, a lot of people were thinking that, hey, she's coming in 2.4. So yeah, they're making it really hard to decide what you want to do with your primal gems, because I'm sure a lot of people probably want to get Yae Miko. You know, if you played the story quest, you know, she was an interesting character. I wonder what she's going to do, but yeah, that's interesting. So I wanted to add that on and let you guys know real quick. So consider what you want to do with your primal gems, because you may want her, and I don't know if she's going to be good or not. So have fun with that.